activity going on inside the courtroom with the death penalty sentencing of Dzhokhar Tsarnaev. Remember, he's one of the two brothers who committed the Boston bombing attack more than 2 years ago. The other brother, his older brother, he actually ran him over in a car as they were trying to make their getaway and trying to evade police. As you can see now, video from the scene back on April 15th, 2013. Of course, the horrific day that we'll never forget. Domestic act of terrorism here in the homeland at the Boston Marathon, where young people, an 8-year-old little boy died. Many other people lost limbs and were forever injured in that horrible attack. And then after that, Tsarnaevs went on the run. One of them was eventually caught, and now he's going to death row. Molly Line has just made it to her live location outside of the courthouse in Boston. Molly, what did he say?
Yeah, let me take you through this step by step, Gretchen, from the top. He stepped up in front of the victims, a packed courtroom filled with people that have been long wanting to hear something from this defendant, anything, who expressed so little remorse over the course of his trial, so little emotion, not even glancing at people who testified. He began with the exalted name of Allah. So he talked a lot about his religion, about this being a particularly special month for Muslims, a month where they ask for forgiveness. They ask Allah for creation, talked about gratitude and patience. So he got into this very, very slowly. He said it's also a month in which hearts change, a month of blessings. He thanked a lot of the people that helped him, first off. He thanked his attorneys, and he said all of the people that helped to make the last 2 years very easy. He thanked those who testified on his behalf, their desire, despite the pressure, he said, to testify, that came here and testified on his behalf. And he also thanked the jury and the court as well. He quoted what seemingly sounded like scripture, saying, if you're not merciful to God's creation, and talked about the general idea of mercy under God. And then he said he now wished to apologize to the victims, the survivors. Immediately after the bombing, he said he felt the guilt. And he admitted that he did this and that he did this with his brother. He said, acknowledging and taking responsibility for all of this. He wanted to make that part clear as he went on. He said in the days following the bombing, he began to learn the names of the victims and to begin to learn their faces. And throughout the trial, he heard more names and more faces, and he heard their burdened souls. And he said to all those who got up on the stand and the podium, he listened to their suffering, to their hardship, and to their strength and to their dignity. He acknowledged that this was horrendous, and he said that he wished for more. He wished he could get up and take it from you, and he was sorry for the lives that were taken, and that he wished that 4 more people could have gotten up essentially and testified, was what he was trying to say. He said, but the damage has been done, and it's irreparable damage. He said, I am Muslim. He believes in Islam, that he worships no other God but Allah, and that he prayed for mercy for the deceased, and then he also prayed for the relief and healing and strength for people. It wasn't clear there if he was speaking about those there in the courtroom or those that had lost loved ones, but in general praying for relief and healing. He also asked Allah for mercy on himself, for his brother, and for all of those present there in the courtroom today, and he ended with praise be to Allah. So now, Gretchen, the question will be that we know where this is heading by the end of the day. The judge has the responsibility to sentence him to death as handed down by the jury. That is the end result of all of today. And then hopefully as the course goes on, we'll hear a little bit from the people that came here today to say their last words to Tsarnaev before he is ultimately sent away to prison to await his execution. Gretchen? All right.